Hello, comment ça va? Before we go on our July field trip, I've got some peppers to plant. Now these peppers were sent to me by a buddy of mine from Florida. His name is Orly. Orly sent me some, now I'm going to try to pronounce this, cachuca pepper. Now the seeds are about the same size as any other pepper. So we're going to try to put them down about 1/8, maybe 1/4 of an inch deep. Hey, what happened to the sweet corn? Looks like a tractor went through there and knocked all those stalks down. Well, that's exactly what happened. As soon as we finished picking, went ahead and knocked them down. Once we get a rain, I'll get in there with the tiller, like I did in this first section, and work all that foreign matter into the soil. Right next to our sweet corn, we had the purple hull peas planted. And once I finished picking, which I ended up with over 20 5-gallon cans of purple hull peas, I was going to go ahead and till these under. But if you'll notice, they're flowering again. I did leave quite a few pods on there that have dried up. I just got tired of picking these things. It will be nice, though, to get a few more batches of fresh peas. Remember how pretty these snap beans were in the previous video? Well, this heat wave, this, I'm going to call it a dry spell right now, but it's getting pretty close to being able to call it a drought, has really taken its toll. The snap beans are actually dying. They're still flowering, but the flowers just fall off. No beans. The gugusa squash, they're producing. I've picked quite a few of these so far. In fact, we're going to pick that big one before we leave. Let's get this gugusa. Now I'm going to cut the stem real close to the vine, because I've read that the part of the stem you leave on here will actually feed this thing and keep it fresh for a whole lot longer. Now that's a gugusa. Lucy's got a little friend. Looks like she caught a squirrel that was probably eating either my pumpkin or the cantaloupe. Speaking of pumpkin, if I'm gonna have some for the grandkids for Halloween, I need to start planting some more. Planting these things is real easy. I'll plant them about the same as I do my cantaloupe. Push them down with my finger about an inch or so, maybe an inch and a half. Then I give them some water. Digging that furrow is going to make it a lot easier to put that water exactly where I want it with little to no runoff. That's some I planted earlier. This is the patch that we planted in the springtime. Looks like we beat the hurricane this year. I've already given the grandkids quite a few of these to practice their pumpkin carving technique. Hey, look at here. If I can keep this vine growing in all this heat and hot weather, we might end up with a watermelon. And it looks like we got a few more growing at the end of the row. These are some Zipper Cream cowpeas. And it looks like I'll be picking those pretty soon. This is my banana tree that Nick from Florida sent me. I sprayed the grass all around it, mixed in some of my what I'm going to call swamp dirt, that's that black stuff you're looking at, into the hole, and been watering it every day, sometimes twice a day. I sure hope it makes it. Now that I'm picking about a 5-gallon bucket of tomatoes every day, I figured it was time to put the sign out. This tomato plant, and I think it was last month's update, you remember, was about 6.5 feet tall. Well, since then, it loaded down with tomatoes and the branches draped over the cage. So now I've got a plant that's at least 8 foot across. So you got to kind of fight your way to get to the tomatoes. Whew. Man, it's hot. Unlike that old man from Mississippi that takes his water hose and hoses his shirt down to make you think he's been working, this is real sweat. It is. It's hot out here. Last month, June, I can't remember having that many days over 100 degrees. I mean, it was just one day after the next. Combine that with no rain, and it's really putting a toll on the garden. I water what I can, the rest I'm just letting go. It's just too much. Well, hope you enjoyed the July update. And as they say, lâche pas. Whew. Toners, ça fait chaud.